Okay.
Hey, girl.
Ow. Hey, girl.
Oh, my God. It's Precious.
Oh, my God. It's Ashley, a.k.a. Sweet Jelly. Ew. Peanut butter jelly time.
Listen, the people don't know. Listen, y'all, me and Precious been friends for literally, oh, my God, 20 years.
Yeah.
Almost 21.
Fourth grade.
Oh, my God.
Oh, baby, we almost legal.
Right? Oh, my goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today. I was like, Ashley is legit like my oldest friend. Not oldest in age, but we've been around this thing for a long time.
A long time. A long time. You know, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. It really is. I am so grateful that you're gracing us with your presence.
Good. I'm so grateful.
Really am. Like, as you know, of course, Testimony Tuesday, it is for us to really just share light for other people and for people to really grab a hold of some type of hope, some type of healing, some type of understanding. And as I have, you know, this is episode number 4, and with the previous 3, like, I am literally always, I'm here just with an open heart, and God just continuously grows my heart fonder of him. And so I mean, it's not just for everybody else, it's for me too. I mean, I've really been blessed. So we'll start off. I just want you to introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you are, and then we'll
Hello, everybody. Hello, darlings. My name is Precious, makeup artist extraordinaire. I'm kidding. No, for real.
No, she's not.
I am a makeup artist. That is something that I do, and it's kind of crazy how I even got here. But I'm super grateful to be on this platform with Ashley. I believe what she's doing is absolutely amazing. People just need to talk. So part of my story is just wishing people would talk to me. And so I'm like, somebody just tell me what you did, how you got through. But anyway, I'm just glad to be on this platform. I do believe that both me and Ashley have been called in ministry just to, I know for real, with women, empowering and inspiring women. And even though Ashley is doing way more than just that, I know that's a lane that we share together. And so I get to work with women all day, every day if I choose, because, you know, the boss lady get to do what she wants to. I get to work with women, not only making them feel beautiful on the outside, but as well as on the inside. And I do that just by sharing things that I've been through and just hoping that some kind of way I get to brighten somebody's day if I just make them feel beautiful or if I just give them encouraging word. So that is my story. I'm also a mom of 2 insanely crazy kids that I love and adore, but they've definitely made me. They've made me who I am today, along with the grace of the Lord, amen. But yeah, that's me. I'm a mama, I'm a makeup artist, and I talk a lot.
Yeah, well, that's coming in handy for today, honey. So,
Mom.
We are going to get started. So I want you to share, first off, I would love for you to share how you even got started into the makeup industry and really how you've been able to embed ministry in your makeup, because you are so right. We absolutely both have a passion to help women. And I know that you are able to do that in your actual career, because I know it's just more than makeup, you know. Tell me about that.
So, kind of crazy. I was never really like super girly growing up, but I just always had an eye for things. So I was singing in this community choir, In the group, we would wear, child, I would consider our uniforms costumes because they was just ridiculous, but I refused to look a fool. So I would put my own twist on the outfits that we had, but I would notice that something was missing. So I have the shoes, I have the clothes, but I just felt like something was missing and creating that wow factor. And I realized it was my makeup. So I just started playing around in it. I just kind of slowly got obsessed with it, really just to complete a look. And then people started asking me, yo, you did your makeup, can you do mine? I'm like, sure, I don't mind. And it just honestly just kind of went from there. Like I would share with other people that I really like makeup and that I really like being all dressed up and girly. And so I ended up joining the worship center, and I connected with the girl there that was on the praise and worship team. She connected me with a makeup artist that was already in the industry. That makeup artist just threw me to the wolves and was like, go do the makeup, and if you mess up, I'll fix it. And it just started from there. Like people just started referring people to me, and it honestly was just it wasn't even a job. It was just a side hobby. And so sorry for the background noise. It's sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I went to college. When I got to college, I wanted to be a doctor. God was laughing all the way. I wanted to be a doctor. I studied biology, hated it, was failing all my classes, child. I was hanging on that C or see you through. Yeah, but C's don't look nice when you're trying to be a doctor, okay? And so came my senior year, I was actually pregnant with my first child, and I realized, I got to make some money. And it was having him, I realized I wanted to do something that I was actually passionate about. And I really loved makeup. So right after I graduated, can y'all still, you still good? I'm sorry. They just, whoo. Right. Okay. Right after I graduated, I got my first paid gig. Somebody called me in to do makeup for a photo shoot. And I'm like, you want to pay me to do this? Like, to do something that I just like to do? Like, you really finna pay me? And so, yeah, I had made $50 to do 3 faces.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
But I thought, I was like, just the fact that somebody wanted to pay me, I thought that was just amazing. And so it made me kind of just focus on me. Like, what do I like to look like? What am I what I'm attracted to? How can I portray this into what other women may like? And it just kind of spiraled from there. Honestly, it was just a matter of me finding myself and loving myself and seeing that it's kind of crazy. I was just telling somebody this, like, I like the way I look without makeup. So that's why my style isn't never too heavy or too dramatic or something like that, which is why I feel like I can relate to women who come into me, because I make them feel like even without this, this is fun, but even without this, you're still beautiful. You're still okay. It's still all right. You don't have to come to me to make yourself feel like you look like something. This could be a nice little occasion that you're just living on yourself. But even without this, you feel beautiful, and it's okay. So I noticed how women were trying to use their clothes, their makeup, and their hair to mask themselves, to almost, I feel like people sometimes try to create a separate identity. But when the makeup is gone, who are you? So I fell in love with that aspect of making them feel beautiful, but also letting them know, even without it, you all right.
You said something that really has hit me like dead smack in the chest, because honestly, it's something that I'm currently going through. Like, as you're talking about, you basically having to make that jump, that leap to say, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm passionate about. Amen for all these classes that I done took, and but I ain't over there. That's hard. That is hard to say. Here is a life that I've started to plan for myself,
right?
But here's really what I want to do. How, like, your mindset, how, and I'm gonna ask. So I know that, like, you wanted to be a doctor because you've seen the medical profession, like that's what your family does.
Right.
medical profession, ministry,
Mm-hmm.
and so how was it to be able, first of all, to even talk to your parents to say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not doing a 9 to 5. I think that's great and all,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing a 9 to 5. I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be an entrepreneur and like do this thing myself. Like,
Yeah.
how did that conversation go? Because if we can be honest, like a lot of us, that's the type of household that we grew up in. It is you go to school, you get a good education, you get a good
Mm-hmm.
job, and you retire
Yep.
from that good job so you can take care of your good family.
Right.
But that's not everybody's path, like, and I
Mm-mm.
know, our parents, they mean well,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Amen.
right, but
Yeah.
it's not everybody's path. And so just talk about, how you endured that, even talking to your parents with that, and just stepping out into this whole new lane that you've never seen anybody else in your family do.
Yeah. So I think I've always realized that I was like the black sheep in the family. I never felt like I was understood. I never felt like anybody got me. I've always known that I was different, and I just honed in on that. So when I graduated from college, I had just had my son, and right after college, I was like, dang, I really do gotta kind of provide for my kids, but my kid at the time, just one. But the thing was, I was living in a house where my parents actually didn't mind trying to raise my child for me, and I didn't want that. So I was like, I gotta do something, but I've never been the type to force myself to do something that I'm not passionate about. I'm not built that way. I've tried to commit to other jobs. I've tried to commit to doing other things, but I could just never fully get into it because my mind and my heart won't let me do it. So coming out of college, I was like, I'm gonna do makeup. I told my mom, I was like, I'm gonna do makeup. And she was like, you got a child. Like, you need to, I don't know if you're going to do something with this degree, you're going to go to graduate school, but you're going to have to, because at this point I was still working, doing makeup, but I'll be gone on Saturdays and they'll be stuck at home with the baby. And so they didn't like that. And my mom said these exact words to me. Now, my mom is my biggest supporter now, but she said these exact words to me. She said, you gone all these hours, you ain't making no money, you need to get back in school and get you a job because you got a baby to take care of. And I'm like, how you gonna say that out of all kids? Me? You gonna tell me that? And so it took convincing them because it was just something that I really, really wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do it. So instead of traveling to all my clients, I started bringing my clients to my parents' house. That's where I was staying at with my kid. And I was doing makeup in their living room, at the dining room table. And that, when my folks started seeing that I had people coming in back to back, I was only charging like $25. When I had people coming in back to back, that's when they said, oh, so you good at this. Like, you really serious about this. So it took me not being angry and resentful towards my parents because I was still heavily dependent on them to help provide for me and my son. It took me convincing them first before, honestly, I could even really convince myself. I still have moments like, dang, am I really like successful in this thing? But it took me convincing them first to say, okay, if I can prove to them that I can do it, I can prove to anybody, that I can do this thing. But I can't really say, it's almost like a sink or swim type of thing. And it's facing your fear. So it's like knowing that if I don't try this, like if I really don't give this thing a shot, I'm never going to be satisfied. I'm never going to be able to live the life that I really want to live. I got this fire. I got this itch, this burn. It don't make sense. It don't make sense to go because people weren't really, I didn't know too many people who were working makeup artists and doing it full time. What about the benefits? What about this child that you got to raise? You ain't making up but $25 a face. How you going to pay for your baby's daycare? It didn't make sense, but all I had was a passion, and all I had was God providing constant opportunities. I think that's the main thing for me, is that I always pay attention to what God blesses. When I see God moving and I see him providing and I see him making ways, I see him sending people my way for things that I don't even ask for. Even to this day, I've watched God protect my business. I've watched him just come in, and I've forgotten appointments, or people have canceled on me. When they cancel, somebody else will come out the blue saying, I need my makeup done. He always finds a way to make sure that I am taken care of with this job. So that's when I knew this is where he wants to be. So it took a face step. It was more like, okay, you told me to do this. If you're gonna tell me to do it, then I know you got me. It's like paying tithes. When you put your money in the church, when you put your money to God, that's the safest place that your money can be. Not in the bank. You know he's gonna give it back to you. So that's almost the same with your gift. Whatever gift that you have that you know he has given you to use, it's gonna be that thing that takes care of you. You don't have to worry about it. And I've had to learn that. I don't worry about money. I don't worry about job opportunities. I haven't stressed at all during this pandemic. I lost all of my weddings in March. Every last one of them got rescheduled to next year. I didn't start back working for real with my weddings until last month, and I haven't missed a beat. So I just feel like when you know you have that gut feeling, when you know something is pulling you, when you know, I don't think we're built to work regular jobs. I really don't believe that. I feel some people, you know, they may be passionate about being a tele Regions, or they may be passionate about being the CEO of some kind of other business. But when you call to do something different, you got to do it. You're never going to be satisfied with your life until you do it. And I feel like a lot of people want to get stuck in that. Well, I got this benefit package and I got this constant paycheck coming in. And if I let this go, what do I have? The pressure's not on you to provide for yourself. That pressure's on God. And so he wants that for you. So it's really easy. I mean, if you put it in, if you just sit down and allow it to make sense, it's really easy to let go and say, I got this thing that I want to try. I got this thing that I really like doing, and yeah, I can make some money for it. And when you're happy with what you do, the ideas and the creativity, it comes, but you have to start. You have to let go of what you feel like you're supposed to be doing and do the thing which that you know you're supposed to be doing.
Girl, that's good. Listen, girl, I got so much I can say that you are like precious. I am not lying to you. You are over here blessing me, because everything that you are saying, I am currently going through. And maybe in a few months, you know, I will be able to talk about it. I can't right now because I do believe in order. So there's some things I have to get in order before I publicly start talking about stuff. Yes. But I'm literally in that place. And honestly, it's where my family is, because we like, as a family, like Darian and I decided, hey, you know, you love music. This is your thing. He's put out 2 albums. And I'm like, hey, this is what you want to do. You're going to have to, you know, take this leap, take this jump. And so we decided as a family that he was not going to go back to his 9 to 5. And so he's been pursuing his music full time. And let me tell you something. That thing getting gooder and gooder. I know that ain't no word. I'm an English teacher. I know that. But I said that to say that one of the things that jumped out to me as you were talking is how you started with what you had. You started in your living room. You started charging $25 a space. You know, you started with what you had. And I think it's important to know, like, because when you first start something off, you're not going to be that good. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, you may be good, but you're not going to be that good, because some stuff, you know, you can only take theory so far. You have got to get practice in. And so
I owe some people their money back.
Come on. I thought about this analogy that I heard someone else say, and I love this so much. But what he said was, people need to see you pushing your car. He said, if you were driving and you were to see a car on the side of the road, and maybe somebody was sitting in the car, you know, more than likely you're just gonna pass on by. You're just not gonna stop if you see somebody sitting in a car on the side of the road. Most of us won't. But if you were on that same street at that same time and that same person was outside literally pushing their car, you are going to be more compelled to pull over and say, hey, you need some help? Like, I see you out here. You know, I see you out here, and I'm, you know, I got some hands, I got some arms. Let me help you push this car. You know, or even you get in the car with me, and, you know, I'll take you to go get some gas or take you wherever you need, whatever the case may be. And we have to think about that when we are pursuing our passion or the lack thereof, because if you're wondering, well, I can't start this because I don't have a following, I don't have a support system, I don't have this, I don't have that, and the entire time that you're in that place, people don't see you pushing your car. You look like you're on the side of the road chilling in your car, like, well, wow, and you see all these cars passing by, you like, what's wrong with them? Why they not supporting me? Why they not helping me?
Come on.
And nobody sees you helping yourself.
Yeah.
So there comes a time when we have to get to a place where we're saying, you know what? I may not have everything, but I have something. Let me use what I have. What did the prophet tell the widow? He said, hey, you need to go and borrow those jars from all of your neighbors and fill them up so you can pay off this debt. Like, she used what she had. Like, you got to use what you have. And so, like, as you were, you know, just talking about that, it really encourages me, and I pray it encourages other people that, hey, you just start with what you have, okay? And then people will see you out here working. They see you out here putting forth an effort. Somebody will come along and say, hey, sis, you look like you're struggling. I'm good at this. You know, I'm good at this graphic thing. I'm good at this video editing. You know, and people will come. So I'm so grateful that you shared that.